My dear learners, how are you? I expect with the grace of Almighty Allah, you are all okay. I am Muhammad Shahidul Islam, Assistant Professor English. I am ready to take a class on paragraph writing. In my last class, I took a class on paragraph writing and elaborately I want to discuss the point today. I expect everybody, you should be very careful to follow the class, and following the class you should devote yourself to produce a new paragraph so that you can write anything freehand and develop your handwriting in case of paragraph. If you practice more and more writing a paragraph, then no doubt you will be able to produce a paragraph successfully. Dear learners, please try to be very attentive to my class on paragraph writing. Dear learners, in my last class I showed you the definition and system of writing a paragraph. You followed the lesson carefully. I think today I will discuss more about the system of writing a paragraph. I said that there are different techniques of writing a paragraph. Today I want to show you 2 points on system of paragraph writing. We know there are comparison method and contrasting method. Today I will discuss something on paragraph writing. One is contrasting method, another is comparison method. And within the interaction of this class, dear learners, you will practice yourself at your house so that you become more clear about the system of writing a paragraph. Dear learners, cast your eyes on the board. I have shown the name of the paragraph, Rousseau and Rana. I have shown contrasting method. I will produce a paragraph following the contrasting method. Rousseau and Rana are two friends, and I want to show you that though they are two friends, how they are contrasting, meaning they possess some contradictory qualities. Side by side, if we present the sentences, then we will be clear about the system of writing a paragraph following the contrasting method. Dear learners, you see, in case of writing a paragraph, we have known there are many rules of writing and arranging the sentences. Let us see Rousseau and Rana following contrasting method. Though Rousseau and Rana are good friends, they are quite opposites. In this sentence we see Rana and Rousseau are good friends, bosom friends, close friends. They are quite opposites, meaning they have some contradictory characteristics. In this sentence we see quite opposites. This quite opposites is the head words or phrase which bears the important idea about the paragraph. We know in the topic sentence we will get phrase or words which bear the key idea of the paragraph, and in this sentence quite opposites, this is the main words, and in support of the words we will be able to present ideas or opinions. From the first line we get the idea that Rousseau and Rana are two friends, but they possess some opposite qualities. They are contradictory from each other. And quite opposites, it is the key words or Rousseau comes of a rich family. From the sentence, we know the background of Rousseau that he is a member of a rich family. He was born in a well-off family. This is the idea about Rousseau. And in order to present the contradictory idea, we have to use some connectors or conjunction like this, but on the other hand, in contrast, moreover, on the contrary. Likely, this type of phrases are used in order to show two sentences side by side showing the opposite ideas. In this sentence, we get that Rousseau is the member of a rich family, but Rana is the son of a poor school teacher. Rana is another friend. He comes of a poor family. Rousseau is the member of a rich family and Rana is the member of a poor family. So rich, poor, opposite idea. Two are of different families. One from rich family, another is poor family. Then Rousseau is always smartly dressed. Here we get the idea that Rousseau is always smartly dressed. On the other hand, it is contradictory idea. Rana is careless about his dress. Rousseau is always smartly dressed and Rana is not careful about his dress. So there is dissimilarity. Rousseau is fond of games and sports. Rousseau is a player. He is fond of games and sports. In contrast, contradictorily, we see Rana is more interested in books than in games and sports. Rana likes reading books and Rousseau likes playing. So there is contradiction between Rousseau and Rana. Then I show, moreover, Rana is indifferent to religion. Rana is the member of a rich family. He is indifferent to religion, meaning he does not follow the hard and fast rule of religion. He is indifferent, meaning he does not like to follow the rules and regulations of religion. On the contrary, Rana is deeply religious. We see Rousseau is indifferent to religion and Rana is deeply religious. So here we also get the contradiction between these two friends, Rousseau and Rana. Last of all, in fine, they have very little in common. We know in order to complete the paragraph in the last sentence, on the beginning of the last sentence, we have to use in fine, in short, in conclusion, finally. Likely, we have to use this phrase like in fine. They have very little in common. Though Rousseau and Rana are close friends, their characteristics are not same. In this paragraph, we have shown the different qualities of each other because we want to develop the paragraph by following the contrasting method. From the paragraph, we get the idea that Rousseau and Rana are two close friends, yet they possess some different qualities, opposite qualities. So, in this process, we can develop a paragraph, and name of the method is contrasting method. We came to know that there are different techniques and contrasting method is one of them. So dear learners, I think you are quite clear about the presentation of the sentences in a paragraph following contrasting method. Let us see side by side another system. Dear learners, try to be very attentive to my class, and if possible you will produce the sentences in your own way. You will write down the sentences on your script. Dear learners, I have shown another paragraph following comparison method. We know in case of showing similarities between two things or persons, if we present the sentences in a paragraph, the system is known as comparison method. In this paragraph, I named the paragraph Bangladesh and India. We know Bangladesh is a country and India is another country. These two countries are neighboring countries, and we will show the similarities between these two countries. What are the similarities? You see, Bangladesh and India have a great deal in common. In the first sentence, we can know that Bangladesh and India are neighboring countries having a great deal in common. A great deal in common meaning there are similarities between these two countries, and we have to show what are the similarities. A great deal in common, this is the head word or phrase. In support of this phrase, we can show the different qualities of two countries. Second sentence, Bangladesh is a developing country. We know Bangladesh is a developing country. Developing country meaning poor country, undeveloped, but we are ready to develop. We are doing better, it is developing. Bangladesh is a developing country where most of the people live below the poverty line. Maximum people in Bangladesh are poor. They live below the poverty line. So, from the second line, we get one idea that Bangladesh is a developing country and its people are poor. And in third sentence, likely meaning in the same way, similarly, likewise. These are the different sentence connector we have to use in paragraph to show the similarities between two different things or persons. Here I used likely meaning likewise, similarly. This is also true of India. Maximum people in Bangladesh are poor and Bangladesh is a developing country. Likely, India is a developing country and people in India also poor. So, there is similarities between two countries, Bangladesh and India. Bangladesh is mainly an agricultural country where farmers use traditional methods of cultivation. We know Bangladesh is an agricultural country and we are dependent on agriculture, and people of our country maximum use their traditional methods of cultivation, meaning as people are dependent on agriculture, they are poor, they do not get available facilities of cultivation, modernized cultivation system, or they are poor, they are dependent on agriculture. Similarly, as it is related to Bangladesh, and likely or similarly, India is still in its mainstay of agriculture, though it is more industrialized than Bangladesh. We know India is an industrialist country, yet this country also is dependent on agriculture. So, Bangladesh is an agricultural country. Similarly, India is also an agricultural country. So, there is similarities, and in order to show the similarity, I use the connector similarly in the same way. Bangladesh is a democratic country with a parliamentary form of government. We know Bangladesh is a democratic country. We got our country independent in 1971. From then we are democratic and we follow the system of government which is known as a parliamentary form of government, meaning the Prime Minister is the chief of the government. Parliamentary form of government. In Bangladesh there is a government system, democratic government system, and the system is known as parliamentary form of government. In the same way meaning similarly, likewise or likely, India is also a democratic country with the parliamentary form. Bangladesh is a democratic country. In the same way, India is a democratic country having parliamentary form of government. So these two countries have the similarities. And in the last sentence I have shown, in short, Bangladesh and India have certain basic similarities. In the concluding sentence we know we have to use in fine, in short, in conclusion, in a word to sum up. Likely, in short. I have used in short. Bangladesh and India have certain basic similarities. From the discussion we came to know that Bangladesh and India are neighboring countries having some similarities. As this is the paragraph, Bangladesh and India, we have to develop the paragraph by comparison method. So I used this method in case of presentation. Similarities of two countries in a paragraph. Dear learners, I think if you follow this method, you will be able to produce a paragraph successfully. Dear learners, in this class, we got two ideas. One is comparison method, another is contrasting method of writing a paragraph. In case of writing paragraph, we should follow system. If we follow the system, no doubt the paragraph will be very coherent and successful. Every day you will produce a paragraph so that you can develop your writing skill. Dear learners, this is the thorough discussion of writing a paragraph. There are many systems of writing a paragraph. We have to know the systems and rules of producing the sentences coherently. If there is the cohesion between the sentences, it will focus a suitable idea about a point or topic. We should follow the system and produce a paragraph and exercise yourself so that you can develop your skill in writing a paragraph. I think you are very sincere from the early moment of your student life. You will be very sincere and devoted, and regularly practice yourself, and likely we will have to continue our student life. Become very successful in your practical life, student life, and be established everywhere. Expecting this, I would like to complete my speech. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.